feel about that?
Obviously, it's a spectacle for the United States. So, look, I've been here for 16 years. I love this country. So, it's nice to see them celebrate. I'm always going to be an English fan. But yeah, I mean, it was an excellent accomplishment for them 75 years ago. But yeah, no, it was okay. I'm all right with it.
And was it exciting for Alex yesterday?
Yes, very, very exciting for him. To be sworn in and to do it at the stadium, I think was a little bit of an extra special occasion for him. So we dressed up his locker room with some American flags and stuff for him, so we could celebrate it. So I'm super happy for him. Yeah.
Would you ever do it? Or
yeah. So I'm kind of in that process now of I have my green card and yeah, for the next one for me would be to get some citizenship. So when I can find some time. Hopefully not in the near future, but when I can find some time, I will look at the process.
Obviously, game wasn't that long ago, but do you know more about it's Timo or Cedric? Are they okay, or what's it look like?
Yes, with Timo, we have to do further evaluation on him. So I believe they're going to get some tests going on him this afternoon. Obviously, the game was only 15, 16 hours ago. So they'll get some tests on him now to see if he's okay for a quick turnaround against Houston. Similar to Cedric. Cedric, I would say, is a little bit more optimistic for us, but until I can get with the medical team, which I haven't had time yet, I'm unsure right now.
Roman was talking yesterday after the game about just turning things around is not an easy thing and is not going to be a quick thing. You've been in this chair for a month now. How difficult is this task that you have been presented with of getting this team going in the right direction?
Yeah, it's a difficult task, but I look forward to these opportunities to test myself as a coach, to improve myself as a coach. I was never going to be under the impression we'd be on a straight line trajectory to improve every week and pick up results. But I know I bring it up a few times, but the performances and some of the numbers, like I'd mentioned, are going in the right direction. I believe we are, since I took over 4 games ago, 5th in expected points. So we should have picked up a few more than we've actually got. But 5th in the league, 4th in goals scored, averaging at 2 a game. You know, it's the goals conceded that's kind of hurt us. We're right down at the bottom for that. So it's just finding a balance now. But it's been a great test for me. It's been a great challenge for me. I look forward to it every single day. I woke up with the same smile today that I have done for the last month. Just excited to get after it and try and, like Roman said, turn this around and get us in the right direction.
So you're a month into it, but you say, where do you begin on this? Because it's not just like one thing. It's not like, okay, and we're going to make the offense better. We're going to make the defense better. You've got who knows how many, 27 different things that have to be addressed or something.
Yes, and to win football games, you have to score goals. So we started there. We started with trying to attack better, more frequent, more often, with higher quality. We've spent a large amount of time in the training environments in that phase and on them moments, and we can see that with like I said, I think we were 5th in goals, 4th in goals scored since I've took over. So that's been good for us. Now it's trying to face the next problem, which is conceding goals. So now we'll have a little bit more emphasis over the next, day and couple of weeks of trying to lock down the defensive side a little bit better for us. So it's always going to be a challenge every day I wake up in this job, but my with every problem, there's got to be a solution. And my job's to try and find the solution. And right now, the solution for us is be better defensively as a unit and stop conceding many goals.
Justin?
Coach, obviously it's a quick turnaround, but looking ahead to Houston, is there maybe, because there is some shared identity between how Orlando want to play and how Houston want to play, or is there an ability to have that direct measuring stick of, like, okay, this is what happened against Orlando, but this is how we can directly improve that against Houston?
Yeah, it's always it's never a bad thing when your next opponent plays a similar style to the previous one, because you can be then aligned with a 2-week window of training. Typically, now for us, obviously, it's a very quick turnaround. But we know transition to attack moments for them, transition to defend moments for us are going to be a key to the game. We're going to have to take care of those moments very, very well. So we've had some good preparation over the last, I told you guys, I think it was the end of the week. We had a really good training week. It was a good training week for us. You take away the first maybe 20, 25 minutes of the game yesterday. We made it competitive. We got after it. So they know we have to start a lot better against Houston. But yeah, it's a similar preparation for us now moving forward.
And as far as player personnel goes, does it also influence, the starting 11 yesterday, now it's a quick turnaround to Saturday, and should we expect to see more changes in that lineup?
Yeah, it's a quick turnaround. That's one that I have to, we have to give these guys a good 24 hours, 36 hours to completely assess who's best to start the game and maybe come in and impact the game. It's a very difficult decision right now for me to choose a lineup with such a quick turnaround. So just have to be a little bit more patient, and hopefully I know more tomorrow afternoon on that one. Yeah.
Chris Durkin available?
We don't think so. We think it's going to be another week now. So hopefully we're going to get him over to across the line for the RSL game.
We'll go to Jeremy, then Matt.
You've talked just now about transition moments and defending them better. I'm curious, the lineup last night seemed very attacking-minded, with Marcel having a lot of freedom in the middle of the park, right? So when you talk about balance, how do you get more towards the defensive end while still trying to push forward and attack?
Yeah, one of the things we talked to the team about is just trying to be proactive and make decisions. So if Marcel was going to join the attack maybe a little bit more, perhaps one of the other midfielders can come and support that balance for Marcel leaving that space. And that was definitely one area that we got exploited in yesterday. So we've looked at it, we've seen the clips, we identified them this morning with the team, and we've accepted it as a group that we missed some moments where we had the structure kind of out of the midfield a little bit too disconnected as a team, and we just moved forward. So it was a game where we felt like we could definitely create a lot of opportunities with having Marcel start deeper but join the attack. Unfortunately, we just, it bit us in the backside the first couple of, 15 minutes of the game.
And then PPDA-wise, you guys were a little over 22, a little higher than what you're normally at. Do you have any insight into why? Was it something Orlando was doing, or was it more of the game plan going in?
Not so much the game plan. I think the two things that I kind of tried to figure out why is one, the conditions of what we're playing in. It's hot out there. It's difficult conditions to play in. And then the second one, the quality to Orlando. I didn't give them enough credit last night. They're a very good team, and I think they're going to have an excellent run this year as a group. They're well coached. They're well organised. Their movement off the ball made it really, really difficult for us. If we didn't win it back within the 4 or 5 passes, that's where you started to see their sequences of 11, 12, 13 pass sequences coming together. So we missed a couple of opportunities to win it early, because once they got settled, you could see that we had to move around quite a lot to win the ball back.
We'll finish things off with Tom Timmerman.
With the heat last night and the heat in these next 2 days going to Houston, are you going to be able to do much in between these games, just with the amount of rest and regen people need?
Yeah, we had a split session today, so some of the guys got a decent training session in that needed some of those opportunities, and the guys that got heavier minutes yesterday were just recovering in the facility in the different types, obviously with ice tubs, with gym, with yoga, those types of practices for those guys. And then we put together a hydration plan for them today inside in the film room, so just kind of helping them with the awareness of the hydration that they need. But from a training perspective, tomorrow will be a little bit more of a walkthrough situation for us, what we want to do kind of structurally. We don't expect to go out there and have a difficult session, because we need to expend our energy in the game against Houston.
Michael Wenzel got in the game last night, and it was his first appearance of the season.
Yeah.
And why did you decide to go with him at this point in time?
That answer will be the same for every player. If you train well throughout the week, you'll get your opportunity. So what I look for in these guys is how they prepare Monday to Friday. Michael's had a good week of training. He was very focused. He was very just had good quality in training. I wanted to reward that. And these guys know that if they train well Monday to Friday, the opportunity will be given to them. I know that was what it was for Michael.
How good has it been to have Tots back on the?
Yeah, it's been great. Obviously, I had 2 assists yesterday, which I was super, super happy about. For Tots, we know his qualities when he can get higher up the field and get us some service into the box. So that's been some of our adjustments when we have the ball. And I was super happy for him yesterday. Obviously, he's had some criticism maybe as of late with some defending moments. So for him to come out and have resilience and be brave on the ball and create 2 assists, I was super proud for him.
with all the injuries that you've had to deal with, I mean, how tough is it to try to shape things when you're missing Kessler and now maybe Baumgartel, and you don't have Leuven, you don't have Durkin? I mean, that's a big part of any team right there.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, they're all very key players to this team. They're leaders in this team. They have great qualities for us. So it does make the job tough. So having those guys missing has been hard for us as a team. We all know that. We're not hiding from that. So we just have to make sure that the next guys up are most prepared as possible for them opportunities. But it will also be very, very nice once we get these guys back into the team.
Critch, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
We're up high where there's a bit of a breeze. How bad was it? How hot? How difficult were the playing conditions?
No, it's tough, but you know, it's the one good thing is that everybody feels the same, and it's the same for the other team. So yeah, it's not really a excuse. It's who can manage it the best, and yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, and not from that you need excuses, but yeah, but it's just got to be tough out there to be playing 90 minutes in those conditions. I mean, it's tough to sit for 90 minutes in those.
Yeah, it's super tough. It never gets easier. You do get used to it, but it never gets easy. So yeah, I think we all felt the heat out there yesterday. But yeah. Yeah,
I mean, you could probably nothing comparable to this in your pre-MLS experience, is there?
No, I mean during a season, it's a lot of tough matches. We have a super tough and super hot match against Houston in 2 days. So yeah, it's just something that we have to manage the best way we can and go from there.
What do you see as the challenge facing this team defensively right now?
For us?
For you guys, yeah, just 10 goals in the last 4 games.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically moments when we're in like a middle space. We're not pressing. We're not covering in behind. So yeah, good teams punish us on that, and yeah, Orlando did that to us last night.
Roman was talking yesterday just about how difficult it is to change things. You missed like almost all of the struggles under Olaf, but how difficult is it for you guys to change what you were doing from one thing to another in mid-season like this?
Yeah, I know. I mean, we all know this formation. We played it last year, and so that hasn't been hard. But you know, when you're in a losing streak or you're not playing the way that you want, it's always hard to turn that around. But I mean, since Critch came in, we've been looking better, and yeah, I don't think last night really shows what we've done for the last 4 weeks, and yeah, we need to go into the game on Saturday with our heads up and confidence high.
Justin?
Tomas, just kind of continuing off of that, your performance last night, to have a performance like that after coming back from injury, getting back into the swing of things, but to be primarily involved in both the goals, does that help your confidence in coming back and feeling like you're involved?
Yeah, I mean, I want to be high up the pitch. I want to get those long balls from Timo and Roman and the midfield guys, and yeah, it's always nice to be able to help the team, especially when we got off to the start that we had and got back to 3-2. But yeah, after the 2.5 months of injury, it's all about building fitness, building confidence, and yeah, I'm slowly feeling like myself again.
Is there confidence within the team? Obviously, results haven't been going the way you wanted to, but you have those moments like that as you maybe come back to full strength, players return from injury, that things can start taking upwards.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, we can't start the way that we did. It's always gonna be hard in games if we do that. But yeah, it's about taking these good moments and learning from the bad, and yeah, just building on our qualities, because we all have quality in this team, and yeah, we can win pretty much every match if we get that all together.
We go online to Jeremy.
Thomas, I'm curious, with the system change, Critchley has talked a lot about relationships between the players. When there's a system change mid-season, how difficult is it to kind of change that mentality and rebuild those relationships when you're playing in different roles and different positions?
Yeah, I mean, we're all. For me, I'm still playing with a center back to the left of me, and a midfield winger in the front. So in that way, it's pretty similar.
Tom?
Are you giving Chris Durkin any fatherhood pointers from your months of experience?
No, I am curious on how it's going, but no, it's super happy for him and his wife. It's super exciting. So yeah, super happy for him.
How have you felt about your defensive play? Chris alluded to it before. How's it been? How's that part of it been for you?
Yeah, it's been. It's not been the best. I'm not gonna hide that. It's been moments where I've had a bad touch, or yeah, could have taken a professional foul. And yeah, in this league, you have good teams with good players, and yeah, they punish you.
Is it tough? It's been, I don't know how many different. You've only played. Have you played 8 games this year? I think 4 and now 4.
Yeah,
I think.
probably 8. Yeah.
Yeah, but you probably may well have had like different center backs alongside you in most of those games, haven't you?
Yeah, we have, but you know, you can't. Yeah, injuries come, and that's just how this game is, and we just have to do the best of it. You know, it's about building those strong foundations in training and bringing them into the match.
How tough is the regen process after playing Wednesday in those circumstances to playing again on Saturday in probably similar miserable circumstances?
Yeah, it's the body feels it a different way when it's hot. Of course, it drains you in a different way. But yeah, we have a lot of smart and good people up in the facility that helps us and to bring us to the best possible way on Saturday.
Are you just like drinking constantly?
Yeah, well, not all the time, but yeah, just trying to always have a bottle with me and sip on it.
We'll go to Jen, then finish things off with Jeremy.
Thomas, I know this is a hard ask after a loss, but prior to the previous game, Jay Reid had talked a little bit in the press conference just about, he was on the outside for a while, so we got to see the team change under, Coach Olive Milberg and David Critchley. And one thing he pointed out were the team vibes, that he wasn't really sure that before he wasn't a big believer that mattered, but how much that seems to carry over into training and maybe can even carry you through losses. Do you feel that change as well?
Yeah, definitely. As soon as David came in, you could see the vibes in the training got up. It was intense. It was fast. It was a lot of smiles, and yeah, I think you've seen that in the games that people are building confidence, and like I said, last game doesn't tell the real story on how far we've come, but yeah, it's definitely a huge step up.
What's different, by the way? I'm curious. Like before, you mentioned kind of before training, there's a little bit of fun happening. What's different now?
Yeah, no. I think it's just the smiles all around the facility. It's people are laughing, joking with each other. It's smiles that get with us out on the training field, and you can feel that out there when you train. People are happy. They're smiling, and yeah, that brings a joy to the team.
Go ahead and finish things out, Jeremy.
Thomas, I'm curious, a month now under Critchley, back in kind of a familiar 4-2-3-1 system, but I'm curious, tactically, are there differences that you've picked up under Critchley from the previous coaches compared to what John Hackworth and Bradley Carnell did running this similar system?
Yeah, it's somewhat similar, but David wants us to be brave. He wants us to build from fast to slow, and yeah, just all have confidence on the ball, play on our strengths, and yeah, I think you can see that most of the players have grown under David, and yeah, it's been good.
Thomas, thank you. We appreciate it.